Hey, Chicago, what do you say? It's a CHGO Cubs podcast presented by DraftKings, America's top-rated sportsbook. Download the app, use the promo code CHGO when you sign up. Luke Stuckmeyer, Cody Delmendo, and we are verified, and so are the Cubs. Verified. A Friday the 13th, 13-0 over the Dodgers. And while offense was one story, wow. Drew Smyly, hashtag shove with us, was the other. Almost had a perfect game. I don't know who jinxed it. No, that's real. I know the answer to that. Nobody jinxed it. He got all the way to the 8th inning, 6 outs away from a perfect game. And I don't think anybody would have made the play anyways. It was the weirdest play to end the whole thing. But, I mean, listen, you beat the Dodgers 13-0. You were worried about not having enough arms for this game after the Tyone injury and having to go bullpen game last night. Drew Smyly, you might have to chug two. You might have to chug two out of the beer bat today.
My God, Stuck. This might be peak immaculate vibes for CHGO Cubs over the last year.
This is the top one now?
This might be it. I mean, the 7-run comeback was awesome. We've had a lot of great games. But to win 13-0 after using the bullpen like they did last night.
They basically slaughter-ruled the Dodgers.
And Drew Smyly.
Yeah.
Drew Smyly.
Sure did.
Drew Smyly. Not only, all I asked for was like 5 innings today. Because, he was great against them in L.A.
Time out. All I asked for was like 4 innings and not 6 runs.
Yeah, right.
The wind was blowing out. It was the Dodgers. They're due. I thought, I don't like this matchup.
Unreal. Yeah, it's unreal. And Julio Urias, one of the best pitchers in the game, we just slaughter-ruled him. Drew Smyly, hell of an outing, man. That was his peak Cubs moment, undoubtedly.
Oh, yeah. But he was good the second half of last season at times, too. And we've talked about how, wow, look at what Stroman's doing. Look at what Steele's doing. Well, the one other guy that's common with that theme for sure, from the second half of last season into the first part of this season, the first month, is also Drew Smyly. All 3 were great for the Cubs last year in the second half and now early this season. Stephen Kaysen in our chat. Welcome to everybody in the chat. Best way to enjoy us and the experience and Cubs baseball would be joining us on the YouTube chat live after the games right here on the CHGO Sports YouTube page. Make sure you sign up so you don't miss anything. And Gary, no, I'm not doing a beer bat, but we do have a super chat right out of the gate from Stephen Kaysen. Okay, let me just put this straight. P-Wizzy, dog. Drew Smyly, dog. Nico, dog. Suzuki, dog. Everyone on this team is a dog. Go.
Yeah, let's go.
Dogs. Go, boys.
That's my favorite super chat of the year.
That's a good super chat. Vanilla Chill, I'm not doing a beer bat.
If only that super chat had been like $162 like Gerard's, but that's an all-time super chat.
I have to go sit in traffic, and I cannot hold my liquor. I will not be doing a beer bat chug. End of story. Forget it.
With that said,
even if it was a perfect game, I would not have been doing the chug.
I was prepping for at least 13 beer bats.
Another super chat. Smyly better get a free steak dinner from the bullpen tonight. Hashtag we are good from Nick G. Thank you, Nick.
Yeah, Nick G.
And that's, of course, Miggy Montero's old saying.
Absolutely. We got those
Hashtag
vibes. We have 2015 vibes on this team right now. And I am riding the wave, man. I'm riding the wave. I tweeted earlier, I'm sorry for my negativity on yesterday's show.
Brick by brick.
I bounced
back.
I was upset. I was sad on how they lost the game, and I didn't feel good coming into this one. Hand up. Big of me. Credit to me for admitting this. I was wrong. I should have had more faith in Drew Smyly, someone who I have been defending on this podcast for the last 8 months at least. So, with that said,
there are a lot of guys to do a cheers to.
Absolutely.
In that game.
And this pour and this chug is for my guy Drew Smyly. Put some respect on his goddamn name.
Cody's really getting better at the pours. Way less head on the beer bats now. And if you're taking this in on podcast form, Spotify, make sure you give us the thumbs up, the nice reviews and everything. What you're witnessing right now, as I describe it, is an ice-cold 3-1-2 from Goose Island going into the beer bat of Cody Delmendo, which is, how many times you done this now this year? Is that 12?
12. And that
12 beer
includes all the videos I've done from home when we don't have a show. So 12 beers.
Picked a bad season to start doing victory beer bats.
Picked a great season.
Could be a lot of them. Could be a lot of them.
Could be 90, maybe 100 if we're going to get Drew Smyly to pitch like this every day.
It's a bad day to be an empty beer bat.
Absolutely. A bad day.
Oh, look at that pour. That is
this
beauty.
Pour is
all right,
incredible.
so do we have the time? Do we have a timer? Let me get a timer on Cody. Joey's running the ones and twos tonight. Rachel, all the way from England, says division needs to be nervous. Cubs are winning it all. And another super chat, $5 from Bear Forever 14. In your guys' opinion, what do the Cubs need to be a serious World Series contender? Shohei.
Shohei, yeah. I would say, I mean, we still haven't seen the kids yet.
No.
Still haven't seen the kids
Listen,
yet.
it's a little bit early. Just enjoy
it's
the ride.
early. Just
enjoy the ride.
Enjoy this ride. Embrace the fact that the Cubs have played this tough early schedule, and they're 12-7.
What is the date? Are we the 21st, 22nd of April?
Yeah.
We just got our What Will It Take to Win the World Series first ever on CHGO. Corey Freeman agrees.
I would say at this point, Shohei Ohtani. Yes.
Rick the House says 97 wins. I told you guys preseason, Cody and Luke.
Hey, I said 88. All right. I was trying to be realistic while also being optimistic because I got murdered by everyone last year when I said 86.
We don't want to over homer it, but I do feel good about 83.
Yeah, you should feel very good about 83. Everyone should feel good about their prediction because I picked the highest, the 88.
Craig says Nico's the best second baseman in the National League. That might be true. Let's take a look at this beer bat. You ready? Here we go.
I'm ready.
Clock. The big clock is on. Cody Delmendo.
Starting on your chug, Cody.
Victory beer bat number 12. The Dirty Dozen, and he's off. Around the turn, here comes Delmendo. He's halfway through the beer bat. He's still chugging. Hasn't even taken a breath yet. Not a breath yet from Delmendo. Delmendo chugging. Delmendo. Here he comes down the stretch. Here comes Delmendo. Delmendo running away and gone.
Oh, it didn't even. I couldn't even see what
you didn't start the clock.
I stopped it. No, I started and stopped it, but to stop it, it like goes away.
There will be no slander.
Let me go check. Let me go check the tape.
There will be no slander. No, Cody can't chug. No more Matt Peck slander. Joey, when you do the bull show later, you're going to have to tell them that I did this, all right?
That was like there was a hole in the bat. It was like there was a hole. Well, there is one.
It was...
That was less than 30.
19.
That's a
winner. It was right 20 seconds even.
Let's go.
Well done. That is 19 seconds.
This was for Drew Smyly in the 2023 Chicago Cubs.
Corey is right. That was a chug worthy of a Drew Smyly 6 outs away from a perfect game.
I literally willed myself into that. I don't know how I did it.
You know what?
That is the greatest chug I've ever done in my life.
Hashtag vibes with us.
Vibes are immaculate.
Smyly is smiling.
Cubs.
Yes, the Cody Bellinger Revenge Tour is on fire right now. Vanilla Chill points out that is a new record. Nick G says, yes, 19.6 seconds is what he had on his timer. That Nick may have the official timer, so we'll go with that. 19.6 is the new record.
It's a new
write that down on one of these grease boards somewhere. We will talk all about the offense, but come on, let's face it. Drew Smyly did was impressive. He had complete command, 103 pitches, and this is what he's done. First of all, he had the first Cubs perfect game through 7 innings since Jose Guzman, 1993. A lot of people aren't going to remember that. But do remember that he has dominated the Dodgers this season because his last outing was also against the Dodgers. Back on the 16th, he went 5 2/3, 1 earned run, 4 hits. So this season, my math, which, it's not great, 13 1/3, 13 strikeouts, 1 earned run. Wow, Drew Smyly. We said all along this guy's good to bring back. I like the way he pitched at the end of the season. I think he would have been much better last year if he wasn't injured in the beginning of the season. I think he would have had a nice season last year for the Cubs. But things derailed him. So he was good at the end of the year. He wanted to come back. The Cubs wanted him to come back. And while it was an under the radar, because you're talking about Dansby signing and Tyone and other things, Drew Smyly gives you another good starting pitcher. Again, I don't know. Like, on certain days, you can have guys that are great. Smyly was just great. Stroman's had some great. Steele's had some great. They are stockpiling guys that are putting together really, really good starts. Leading the National League, Stroman with ERA right now. Steele, top 5 ERA right now. Smyly, his first game wasn't great early in the season, but now you see him starting to ramp up. If you can get 3 guys rolling.
Well, Jamison Tyone, I know he's on the IL, but you got to believe he's going to be better than what we've seen so far.
Jack R says, where does Kyle Hendricks fit into this? I don't know. We don't know how long Tyone's going to be out, and frankly, we don't know where Hendricks is going to be, but let me tell you, that's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
That is a good problem to have.
I think it's worth just moving to a six-man rotation personally. But
some of these guys might want to just keep it going.
True. That's true. But either way, the just like you said, the idea of it, like the good, it's a good problem to have, and it's not going to put any pressure on Kyle Hendricks to be great. Right. If you can just get, consistent Kyle Hendricks, then you're feeling good. So
Steven wants a Cody Matt Peck Goose Island chug off after that.
Well,
Maneki says from a Brewers friend of his, that was the most Cubs way to blow a no-hitter. # he mad. They didn't blow the no-hitter / perfect game. It was a broken bat that turned into a perfect bunt that I think when it first happened, I think everybody gasped and went, oh, come on. That can't be the way, because it looked so ridiculous. Mm-hmm. Gomes going over the top, and you thought, well, that was horrible. Mm-hmm. But when you go back and watch it on replay, I don't think either guy is going to make the play if they were doing it on their own. Just like I think JD said it in the broadcast. If you rolled the ball out there and said, go ahead and make the play, Gomes, I don't know that he makes the play. And if you roll the ball out there and say, Gomes, stay behind home plate, Smiley's going to get it, turn his body all the way around and throw to first, I don't know that he's going to get that play either. But it was an ugly play, an unfortunate play to have it end on. Very unfortunate.
I saw our friend Adam Hogue, he does the CHGO Bear Show, and he's also a noted White Sox fan. He tweeted the video of that play and said the Bears should sign Yan Gomes.
Yeah, right? Or draft him. Well, what's the latest super chat? Hector, $4.99. Is there even a way this team doesn't make the playoffs? I'm sold on 97 wins, to be honest.
Let's go, man. Just let's manifest it. I love this. As much as I've sat here and complained about, Mervis still in AAA and some of these other guys that called up Estrada today, he looked pretty good, even though it's 13-0 when he came in. He looked pretty good in his outing. Even though the kids haven't got here yet, and people are in the chat saying 97 wins, like that. I love the energy. I love the vibe. But
guys,
we're gonna need those kids eventually for me to be able to.
This is why I kept the receipts.
What do you got, Joey?
This is why I kept the receipts when we were 1-3.
You did.
A lot of angry people.
Everyone was pissed off after the loss to the Reds.
They were pissed at me for suggesting to hold out hope, and you guys as well. And look where we are now.
Yeah.
It's a good feeling, and I'm happy to be here. And I'm happy that we don't have to keep bringing up those receipts. But
yeah,
just want to.
Well, again, I give credit to everyone who is holding me accountable on Twitter. All right.
Nathan Waller says these vibes are borderline illegal. This is pure bliss. That's really what, to me, that's what it feels like.
Illegal
it finally feels like they've got the monkey off their back a little bit, and it's just like it's the first time, honestly, in a long time, maybe since 2016-17, where it just seems like they're consistently having a lot of fun day in, day out. And so I just think it's a little less pressure and a little bit more fun. It's awesome to see.
Burnt Chihuahua just gave us $5. How's that for a vibe?
Thank you.
Think I was going to see anything from Burt Chihuahua. Cody always likes to say before each game, I'm ready to be hurt again. And I think it's time. Vibes are high enough that he might be, I'm ready to fall in love again.
Yeah. Well, this year I've been doing, it's a good day to go 1-0. Every time the lineup comes out, it's a good day to go 1-0. I have belief. I have hope. Hope is seriously a very dangerous thing. And that's just where I'm at right now. I gotta get to May 1st, though. Give me to May 1st. However, I'll say this. If they win the next 2, I'm in.
You're all in.
If they win 3 out of 4.
Another series again against the Dodgers.
I'm in.
3 straight now.
If they win the next 2 against the Dodgers, I'm in. I'll fully be all in on this team.
Cody, on paper, this was a horrible game for the Cubs. Honestly,
yeah,
we both looked at it last night.
They were underdogs coming in.
That's why I was disappointed they didn't win last night's game, because I looked at it and said, tomorrow's a tough matchup. Short turnaround, you got Urias, and he's probably going to be mad and angry and shove. And instead, the Cubs put it on him.
Yeah.
Ran him out of town. Somebody said, another super chat, Richie says, light the beam. Cubs vibes are off the charts. Is this a W? Does this look like a W? How would I go like this?
You guys know what light the beam is?
No.
Sacramento Kings now, when they have a big win, they have like this literal massive floodlight that shoots in the sky. Yeah, it is similar.
The W, and we're verified.
The light the W that's our light the beam. We are verified. Thank you, Luke.
Blue check mark verified.
Michael Collada, congratulations, Drew Smyly. Now, who is going to close?
See,
there it is.
Collada and Gary had to bring us down. There's always got to be something we got to figure out. Can we just wait?
Can we just wait?
Just enjoy an
man.
absolute beauty from a pitcher, along with 13 runs, 4 home runs. What did they end up with? 17 hits?
Yeah.
Come on.
Another
super chat
from Fernando.
Oh, look at the people on Fridays.
1999.
Fly the W Fridays. You see
Here
what's
we go,
happening?
baby. Here we go. What's he say? What did I tell you last night? I didn't waver. Where is Ryan? He got real quiet today. He acted like Urias was a strikeout machine. I got receipts from last night. I'll let it slide, Cody. Just keep the vibes level up.
Cody's roller coaster of emotions makes me wish there was a live stream of him during and after the Steve Bartman play. Why do we got to bring up Bartman today, Justin?
I was like 12 years old.
Another super chat. Jacob Obert, $9.99. It's a Cub dub. Next starts here. Free Mervis. Free Matt Mervis. Cub dub. Still calling for Mervis.
Thanks for the super chat, bro. We're high right now.
The Mervis situation was addressed. Patrick Mooney in the Athletic, a nice article on that. Check it out. Reasons why it is not. It may, it'll happen eventually, but not right now.
Yeah.
Jed Hoyer saying, no. Just take your time.
Nick G giving us a comment from Jordan Bastion, it looks like. If the perfect game was intact, would Ross stick with Smyly? Ross said, I was going to ride him harder than Jan did.
Now, see, there's the only thing. The only thing I would have liked to seen after the play that ended the perfect game no-hitter would have been Yan Gomes stepping up like an NBA player trying to claim the foul.
Yeah.
And claim, I'll take the air up to the scorebox. That was me. Catcher. That was my bad.
God, so close to the perfect game. So close.
Quote of the year just dropped. So far, that is the quote of the year. Last year, David Ross, it was the double barrel fingers.
Yep.
This year, it's that quote so far. Drew Smyly, 7 2/3, 1 hit, 10 strikeouts, no walks, 103 pitches. Absolutely spectacular on the mound. And we haven't really had to even mention the offense, which was also borderline historic again today.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we can talk about the offense a little bit. Should we do the super chat first? And then
another super chat?
Yes, from Doug Van Dorn. New motto, we vibin'. I'm back to where I can't wait for the next game. Hell yeah, man.
Hashtag
Enjoy
vibe with us,
dude.
Doug. He does all the time. Doug's here.
He's here every day.
If you're new to the chat, you're just finding out there's a lot of regulars in this thing.
Yep.
And also, if you agree with me on anything, I will read your comment. You don't even have to super chat that.
That is true.
No, the offense was also spectacular. 13 runs, 17 hits. The stat, of course, 6 games with 10-plus runs, tying the most in the first 19 games in franchise history. Back to the 1885 team. Megan Montemurro with the stat that last season, 10-plus runs, 6 times all season.
Yep.
They've done it now, and it's not the end of April.
Yep.
And we were worried about the offense. Shame on us. Shame on us. Fernando super chat. I was waiting. I thought, what's taking Fernando so long? Where's Gerard? Where's Mike Dubs with the cash?
Yeah, where's Mike Dubs? Where's everyone?
McBaconator does agree with me, though. I appreciate that. Does Kershaw find a reason not to play in this?
On Sunday.
Andrew says he agrees with Steve. Same difference. When in doubt, always agree with Luke.
Corey says, I
chill.
love the 1885 Cubs.
Listen, only one of us remembers the 1885 Cubs. And it's not young Corey Friedman.
Nathan Weller says, regular podcast listener, don't think I can ever go back now. Live stream, too much fun. Hell yeah, man. We just vibe here.
Well, we appreciate it either way. Here's what you want to do. You might want to enjoy it the first time around live, for the beer chugs and whatnot, and then go back and grade us on the podcast.
Yeah.
You can grade the beer chug later.
Okay.
There's another super chat.
Got another super chat. I'm trying to get to the offense, but we get another super chat.
Hold on. Cubs fan from Portugal. I told you, we are international as hell. We've had Rachel in London for a long time. Now we got Portugal. I saw somebody else saying they're staying up in Australia till 3 a.m.
Hell yeah.
Cubs and Vibes, Rotter, Australia, are international.
The Vibes are all the way across the pond. Shout out to Rotters 6666 from Australia. Cubs and Vibes are international. Wow.
Australia, Portugal, London, Chicago,
and I think
Minnesota,
Ireland as well.
Hashtag vibe with us. Cheers to Portugal.
And we got some people out in Cali that watch this show too. So appreciate y'all. 272 people in the chat. And we got 58 likes. Hit the like button.
Not enough.
Hit the like button because Nico Hoerner, Drew Smyly. But Nico Hoerner also went 4 for 5 today with 4 RBIs, 1 run scored. Ian Happ, 1 for 4, 2 runs scored with a walk. Seiya Suzuki, the 2 big RBI. I thought them driving the 2 runs in the first inning was so huge.
It was
for just getting turning the page from last night. Suzuki driving those 2 runs in was I didn't think it was going to be 13-0 by the end of the game, so that was huge in terms of just building momentum for the game. Patrick Wisdom, 2 for 5, 2 runs scored, 3 RBIs, 3-run homer. Cody Bellinger, 3 straight games hitting a homer, 2 for 4, 2 runs scored, and a walk as well. Trey Mancini, maybe outside of the 7-run comeback game, his best game of the year. 3 for 5, 2 runs scored, 3 RBIs.
Cody,
it's just a lot.
We're going to get to the end of the podcast when we finally do Who You Got, which is what everybody really tuned in for, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
And we have to admit right now that nobody took Drew Smyly.
Yeah.
Nobody this morning was like, you know what? Full confidence. I'm going Drew Smyly. And so that means it's going to be highly contested tonight for Who You Got. Another super chat. I see Gerard. There he is. Super
Gerard.
chat. Hashtag 50 days of Gerard.
Oh, yeah.
Great game from Smyly offenses. Click it. Keep it rolling. Let's do it all over again tomorrow. We had another super chat earlier. Just above that, Scotland agrees with Stuckmeyer. That was a chat. I didn't catch your name.
Jacob.
Jacob with another one for us. For real, though, does this team not have special vibes? We had 10+. Really a lot this season, I believe. I don't know.
I don't know what the 2.
I'm losing all the numbers.
2
on 2-3 counts. 2-2, 2-3 counts. 10+ hits on 2-2, 2-3 counts. Yeah, I mean, they were great. The offense was great. I mean, they've had 17-game hits. 2, I think, now. 18-game hit. 20-game hit.
Everyone had a hit today. That started.
Everybody.
Everyone who started today had a hit. A CUP Will supporter, yes, Madrigal had a huge triple that helped them get on the board.
Sorry.
He even had a really good defensive play at the very end of the game when I actually thought it was Nico Hoerner, but it was him because I guess Nico came out of the game late when it was a blowout. So I give credit where credit is due. Credit to me for giving credit when credit is due.
We got Puerto Rico in the chat now.
There's no
South
one to
Dakota's
about
here.
Today.
Not Dakota? International, but sometimes you might consider
People like the Cubs in South Dakota.
Sorry, that was
a
bad joke. Unfortunate.
291 in the chat, 78 likes. Oh man, this might be our best post-game show ever. The way this is going, keep it.
He will supporter stop. Wilson doesn't make the play either. Nobody's making the play.
Oh God,
nobody's making the play. They were 6 outs away. He
said he's joking.
I know he's joking,
but I'm not surprised he made the comment. It's all in good fun.
Rachel's with us, so she's like, my brain's exploding because I don't know what to focus on. Well, we went all Drew Smyly early on because he deserved it. But
absolutely.
And I got to tell you, like you said, Seiya was good.
Mm-hmm.
Can we slow the roll on hating on Mancini? Give the guy a shot. Give the guy a shot.
He had a double yesterday. Hits a homer today and had 3 hits with that homer. Listen,
Rondo agrees with me.
I never said that I was out on Mancini. I think Eric Hosmer is what he is. And if you are going to play Eric Hosmer, do not play him and Mancini together unless Mancini is going to heat up like he is. So all I can say about Mancini is, don't give up. The guy has proven to be a very good hitter over time. He had a bad second half with the Astros last year, but he had a good first half with the Orioles, and he had a good year before that. So I think there's definitely more hope with me, at least, when it comes to Mancini than it is Hosmer. I'm not taking anything back about what I said about Mervis last night, but if Mancini can have more games like this or just have more contributions offensively, it only makes the team better. Because, like we keep saying, the Cubs at first base this year have been one of the worst offensive positions in the league. So they need more out of him and Hosmer. I will not complain about them when they have good games, but they've had a lot of bad games too. So
they've been an early question mark, right?
Exactly.
Like Gary is saying it's only 2 days for Mancini, and I'm saying yes, but it's also only been 3 weeks.
Hasn't even been a month of the season.
Like that's nothing. Like a guy can have a great season and then be awful the rest of the year,
right? And
vice versa. So Mancini has a track record of being a very good baseball player.
Yeah.
So I'm not 3 weeks into a season going to be like, I saw the quote, I believe it was from Jed Hoyer, talking about, listen, Dansby couldn't buy a hit in spring training. That's a month. Mm-hmm. But we don't focus on that because then he came up and he's off to a spectacular start. Is there somewhere in the middle that you're gonna find the real Cubs team? We don't know yet. Mm-hmm. But right now, enjoy it. Stop worrying about what they need to add at the trade deadline. Let's just enjoy the ride.
Ryan tweeted this quote from Jed Hoyer yesterday about Mancini. I just think a guy like Trey, all it takes is one right swing, one good at bat, and he may well do what Patrick Wisdom is doing right now. I think he's capable of doing that. So you have to stay patient and realize that there's never going to be a moment this year where all 9 guys in the lineup are locked in. It's probably going to be more like it is now, where you have a couple guys struggling, you've got a couple guys that are red hot, and the other guys are kind of in the middle. What you hope for is hot streaks like Patrick Wisdom where they carry you. I think Trey is capable of doing that once he gets rolling. So 2 straight games.
Yes.
2 straight games where he has made an impact offensively. I'm not saying he's back. I'm not saying that there still shouldn't be some sort of criticism because, yes, he's had some defensive plays that have been make you scratch your head and wonder why is he in the game instead of Hosmer as far as defensive reasons. But at the same time, his offensive ceiling definitely has a higher ceiling than Hosmer based off what we've seen from Hosmer in recent years. And to me, Mancini is one that you should have some hope for at least. And he's not the reason that it's blocking Matt Mervis. Eric Hosmer is the one that's blocking Matt Mervis because he's a left-handed bat and Matt Mervis is a left-handed bat. That, to me, that's the reason. All right. I'm not saying that you can agree or disagree, or I'm not saying you should agree with me on that. All I'm saying, that's what I think, because he's a left-handed bat, and so is Matt Mervis. So right now, I was reading an article from Patrick Mooney. I think it was written by Patrick Mooney today from The Athletic. Then Jed talked about Matt Mervis yesterday. It's just not. It didn't make me feel any better. Mooney. All it is that it's just them saying that he ain't going to be up here tomorrow, basically. Will it be soon? Yeah, if the offense starts to struggle, and we'll see. So while this offense continues to rake, keep winning ball games and bring him up here when there's not as much pressure on him. Again, I said May 1st for Matt Mervis. That's what I'm hopeful for. If the team is winning ball games and has a way better record than what I expect by May 1st, and Mancini and Hosmer are still doing this,
yeah,
maybe I can get past it depending on what the Cubs' record is. All I'm asking for is, or all I've ever said is that you can't risk games. You can't risk more games without Mervis on this roster. Whenever we just know that this team isn't going to run away with the division or anything like that. That's the only reason that I've wanted him, because if they have more games like they lost last night where they only score 2 runs, then that makes you wonder, is it Mervis time?
There's
right?
also,
but they scored 13 today, and it's like, okay, you can move on to tomorrow and maybe the rest of the weekend. I know they're not going to score 13 every single day, but the offense has to be
There's also
I
the
need
don't
more from
rock
the
the
offense.
boat. Look what's going well, and there's great
fair.
there's great chemistry right now in the clubhouse. Those are two veteran guys that are highly respected and trusted to still have good seasons.
Yeah.
So you don't necessarily panic to bring somebody. If the record was the opposite,
Yes.
the pressure would be on to do that.
Right.
But because they're winning and playing the way they are, and things are going well in the clubhouse, you kind of give it a lot more leeway than you would have. And somebody asked about Mervis's defense. It's not supposed to be like his strength.
Right.
Right.
So that's the big thing that I've read or heard about him is the defense isn't his greatest strength. So I guess all I've said is that the longer they keep Mervis down in AAA, they are risking games that they lose. They're risking they're possibly risking a possible win if they don't get enough offense in that game. And that's the way that I've looked at it. I know it's kind of if I'm making sense to people.
Yes. I just can't believe the Cubs won 13-0, and somehow we've gone down the rabbit hole of why isn't Mervis here?
We're talking about
two guys up. Like
we're talking about Mancini.
Like,
we're talking about Mancini, and I was never out on.
I'm
Mancini.
not saying you. I'm saying that Chad is just firing on these two guys, and I'm not even defending them. I'm just saying they won 13-0.
Right. I get it.
They would have won 14-0 if Mervis was here. Like, what do you want?
I hear you.
What do you want?
I
today?
like the lineup. Listen, you P. Will supporter, you want to see Madrigal play every day? Okay.
Keep hitting the ball.
At this point, he's hitting the ball. And as much as I don't want him to DH, I'd rather see him DH than Eric Hosmer at this point. If they're not going to call up Mervis, I'd rather see Madrigal play DH because the guy's hitting right now. And I'm not surprised that he's hitting. So that to me, that's why he should be in the lineup if he is, considering you're getting home run power out of Cody Bellinger, and you're getting home run power out of Patrick Wisdom, who's now tied for the MLB lead in in homers again with Pete Alonso. And Nico Hoerner hit his first home run of the year. They hit 4 homers today. If you're going to get that kind of offensive production, not necessarily every single day, but every other day or every couple days, if you can get that many homers out of this team every day or every other day, whatever, then I think you can afford to put Madrigal in at DH a little bit more often. As much as it's not normal, but listen, whatever. That's just how I feel. So
enjoy the ride.
I am enjoying the ride this much.
We just had another super chat. I think it was Steven. Says Rios versus Mervis. Steven, super chat. Thank you very much for that. Cody, we're going to talk more about Drew Smyly. We're going to talk more about the offense. Hopefully Ryan Herrera's going to join us from beautiful, historic Wrigley Field, which, by the way, we have new merch in the CHGO locker.
If you didn't know.
Sign up to be a diehard. You get that cool box that's sitting on the desk right there filled with your choice of a free shirt. Or if you're already a diehard, the new merch is there. We have the CHGO Bricks and Ivy, and we also have the beautiful and historic shirt available, which I just got a notification arrived at my home this afternoon.
Ooh.
So I will have that in my repertoire for next week. Cody, tell us about DraftKings and what you did you have. First of all, did you have a hit parlay today?
Yeah, I did. I honestly wish I just done Cubs because the Dodgers had one hit. And I did a 6-legger of 3 Dodgers and 3 Cubs. All the Cubs had a hit. And then I had Freddie Freeman and Mookie Betts, and I thought that they were locks to get hits because they historically have been very good against Drew Smyly. Even threw in Max Muncy just because he's been hitting well, or he had a home run last night. So the hit parlay did not hit. It was with a free bet, though, and that is why I added 6 legs instead of 3. Anyway, that was my one bet for the day. But I made it on DraftKings, my favorite app. We had the Cubs game today. We got NBA playoffs tonight. That means big hoop action with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. Get in on the excitement of every game with the touch of a button. New customers can make a $5 pregame moneyline bet and score $150 in bonus bets if their team wins. Plus, everyone can score a no-sweat same-game parlay every day during the NBA playoffs. Open the DraftKings Sportsbook app, opt in, and place a same-game parlay on any NBA game. If it doesn't hit, you'll get your bonus bet back up to $10. So you can make some crazy same-game parlay. People are always asking me for some crazy same-game parlay that's at like 170 to 1 or something like that. It's probably not going to hit, but hey, if you use your no sweat, you just opt in, no sweat same game parlay. If it, maybe the lines, the world aligns together, and for this one particular moment, and you win a huge, right? You can do that. DraftKings gives you that opportunity. You have the opportunity to win, and if you lose, you get your money back to then place on something else. Download the app now. Sign up with code CHGO. New customers can make a $5 pregame moneyline bet and score $150 in bonus bets if their team wins. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook with code CHGO. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In Massachusetts, call 800-327-5050 or visit helplinema.org. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Kansas, call 1-800-522-4700. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, 21 plus in most eligible states, but age varies by jurisdiction. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details and state-specific responsible gambling resources.
Wore you out. That game, the read, everything. Let me tell you, guys, you need to the chat, the diehards, the Chicago Cubs fans, the diehards from CHGO need to flood Wrigley Field this weekend. This is a brutal homestand. Dodgers, Padres. You just even it up against the Dodgers. If you can win 3 straight, you can win another series, which would be their 5th straight.
It'd be their 5th straight series.
If
they win the next 2. They win the next 2.
Got to get it done. Got to get it done. Flood Wrigley Field. It's still warm outside, and you can go to game time. Let me tell you, you don't have to stress about it because you can sit there and wait for those last-minute deals, hunt down the best price, and then just show up and go to the ballpark. I found that it's the least stressful way to buy tickets. Right now, Cody's trying to decide Taylor Swift. How's he going to do it? I'll tell you how he's going to do June 2nd at Soldier Field with all the Swifties. He's going to wait them out. He's going to wait him out till those prices drop last minute, game time. Boom, there he is. Front row for $10K. Maybe not. Pat McGann, hot ticket this weekend, Chicago Theater. That would be my choice, but I was just looking here. Dodgers, Cubs, what tomorrow? What are you looking at on game time, right? And the cool part is when you go on game time, you could pick the individual seats and then look at what the view is. So you don't end up behind a pole. You're not behind a beam at Wrigley Field unless you want to be for some reason. Dodgers at Cubs, Wrigley Field, $22 tomorrow. There's another one for another ticket for $8. Let's see what that one looks like.
Ooh.
$8. It's a flash deal right now. $8. Upper deck, reserved infield. $8. Section 410, row 8.
What's
not to like about $8 to get in to go to beautiful historic Wrigley Field tomorrow?
Seriously, that's a great deal. Can you tell me how much it costs to sit in the bleachers tomorrow, Stuck?
I'm not great at finding that location, but that you do find some. Let's see. I got another upper deck reserve, $20. Upper deck outfield. Infield terrace, $23. Section 215. You could sit near one Corey Friedman.
There you go.
Row 14. Outfield terrace. Upper deck box, $24. I'm looking to see if there's some. Every once in a while you'll see here's bleachers. General admission bleachers tomorrow, $31 each right now.
Wow.
Not bad. Cubs, Dodgers.
You can sign up with
Wisneski on the mound.
Yeah. You can sign up on game time right now. Use code CHGO, get $20 off. Get a bleacher ticket. Me and my friend Frank will be out there in the left field tomorrow.
Fastest and easiest way to get your tickets for sports, music, comedy, theater, whatever you want. Killer deals on those last-minute tickets. Cody's used them many times, even back for college basketball.
Yep.
You were using it in college football, too. You get those great views of the seats, the place for last-minute ticket deals, fastest-growing ticketing app in the country. Get the image of your seat, buy your tickets in a matter of seconds. 2 taps, you're set, tickets sent right to your phone. You don't have to dig through your email. Snag the tickets without the stress with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create the account, use the code CHGO, $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem with the code CHGO, $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. Last-minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed.
So one more thing. Well, I'm sure we'll continue to talk about Drew Smyly as this show goes along. But Ryan, our friend Ryan Herrera, who will be joining us soon,
maybe in a Hawaiian.
He tweeted a quote from Drew Smyly. He said, this is paraphrasing, that he felt like he had the worst pregame bullpen that he could remember. Clearly, that didn't affect him when the game started.
That's Kerry Wood.
Yeah.
The Kerry Wood game said he had a horrible bullpen.
Yeah. The quote is, I told Jan before the game, sometimes those can be your best games. So
that's what he told him before the game. You never know.
He told Jan Gomes before the game. Shout out to Jan Gomes. This team is, 10-1 when he starts?
I mean, there's something there.
I saw a stat from Tony and Draki the other day after the last game that Gomes started. And so now with this win, they're 10-1. I could be wrong on that, but they're very good when Jan Gomes starts. So
Nick G agrees with you. I saw somebody in the chat named Jared say, I agree with Luke. He really hasn't said anything yet on this podcast, but I agree wholeheartly with him. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, we've just been vibing, reading super chats. That's all we've really been doing.
Listen, we're not here to shove stats and all kinds of information. And, well, sometimes we are.
Sometimes.
But not always. Today it's about the vibes. Just about enjoy it. Just go out and enjoy it. I was trying to think back. I was like, well, the Cubs have never had a perfect game. The last no-hitter at Wrigley Field, we were also 6 outs away from the first no-hitter at Wrigley Field since 1972, the year I was born. That's old. It's a long time ago. The closest the Cubs ever got, for the younger Cubs fans out there, the closest they ever got to a perfect game was the last no-hitter at Wrigley Field, and that was Milt Pappas, 1972. And he got down 2 outs, bottom of the ninth at Wrigley Field, no-hitter, perfect game, 3-2 count, and Bruce Fleming called ball 4 on a borderline pitch. He got the no-hitter. He didn't get the perfect game. And the last time I ran into Milt Pappas about seven years ago, he was still cussing the name Bruce Fleming. Still very, very, very bitter about it.
I would be too. You think?
Can't believe he got
Drew
called. So
Smyly's going to be bitter about this one?
No, because I don't think he's going to be bitter. I think he's just going to laugh at it because I don't think anybody could have made the play. It's just that's baseball. Yeah. Somebody gets a hit on garbage like that, a broken bat that dribbles down the line, and at the same time maybe somebody takes away a hit that was just crushed but right at somebody, or somebody makes a great play or whatever. So, but that no-hitter by Pappas, Cubs didn't have another no-hitter in their franchise until Zambrano threw the one in Milwaukee 36 years later. Then you had Arrieta with 2. Joey was in attendance. Also in attendance here today, if you didn't notice. Then you had Alec Mills. Yep. And then you had a combined no-hitter. But this would have been the first perfect game. And who would have had Drew Smyly on that? Huh? Who would have had Drew Smyly on that?
Baseball's a weird game, man. It's a weird game. But it's a wonderful game. Anything can happen on any given day. Not only at historic.
That's right. Also on this exact day, Joey's got it. On this day in Cubs history, 2016, Jake Arrieta, 9 innings, no hits, 6 strikeouts, 4 walks, 119 pitches. There it was. That beautiful no-hitter against the Reds. They crushed them 16-0. So today they only won 13-0, and there wasn't quite a no-hitter, but Drew Smyly was pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Pretty damn good. Perfect game into the 8th inning, 6 outs away. Some people will say we jinxed them by putting out a Twitter video, although we never said the word perfect game.
We never did. I blame all of the people from the Writers Association.
We said 6 outs from Magic.
I blame all the Ryan Herreras out there that tweeted it. All right?
Can't tell you what's going to happen. No, I don't blame anybody. Listen, Corey wants to know if 2016 turned out to be a good year for the Cubs. That's what they tell me.
I've been told that it was a great year for the Cubs.
I'm not telling anybody how to watch their baseball or how to Cub, but I'm telling you, if the broadcaster doesn't say there's a perfect game going, we're 6 outs away, he's an idiot. And so Boog was right to say it. And I saw Sully tweet it. I've seen other people tweeting it. you're not jinxing anything. Please stop. Like, stop with the madness. And when it comes to being mad at Boog or Leonard JD or whoever it was back in the day, or Joe Girardi or whoever might have said it today, stop. Stop. They have a job to do just like the players have a job to do. And if the player is able to do the job, there's nothing connecting the two in the world. Nothing. Because if there were, then I could just come out every day and say, so-and-so is going to hit 5 home runs and the Cubs are, and it would happen. But it doesn't happen.
Let me have my madness stuck. Okay.
Stop. You're not. The broadcaster has a obligation to tell the people who are not watching or are watching what is going on in case they haven't noticed.
I hear you.
Because there were so many runs. You could have been watching. Joey didn't know when he walked in.
Yeah.
Because there were so many runs and it was a blowout. It was very easy to just see that it was a shutout. But unless you went and looked at the box score, you might not have paid attention and said, you know what? There's a perfect game going.
I hear
Craig
you.
Blames Peralta. Yes, that's who you blame.
Yeah.
Him and his stupid broken bat.
Yeah. I hear you. You are correct. But at the same time, just let me have my madness.
I know you want to be mad.
I'm not blaming
almost
anyone.
like 300 people still watching this on a beautiful Friday afternoon in Chicago.
125 likes.
Listen, Drew Smyly deserves 200 likes.
He deserves 200. If we can get to 200, I don't think we've ever had a live show where we hit 200 likes while we were live.
Hit a like for Drew Smyly. Hit a like for Seiya Suzuki. Hit a like for Cody Bellinger Revenge Series.
Oh.
Hit a like for Cody Bellinger might be MVP Cody Bellinger.
Corey
Hit a
keeps
like
asking
for
in the
Nico
chat.
Hoerner might be the best player in the National League.
Best second baseman at the very least. Right now. Woo. First homer of the year today.
Hoerner is like on fire. By the way, I saw already that Corey has jumped in on the chat saying, don't try to even not give me who you got today. So it could get heated because I know other people. I can tell you I did not. I had Dansby Swanson. I did not win. But there will be some arguments made by other people. We will have to wait and see. Niren says people keep jinxing me from dating supermodels. That's right, Niren. That's exactly right.
We're just talking about Nico Hoerner, right?
Yeah.
365, 365, 407, 866. 866, whatever. That's his slash line right now.
That's nice.
Well, no, the the 866 was his OPS. So
just extended him too. Team friendly deal. Nathan says hit the like for the beer chug.
Currently 365, 407, and he's slugging 459. That's his highest slugging percentage of his career, highest on base percentage of his career, and clearly his highest batting average of his career. Obviously, it's April. Obviously, it's early, but holy shit, man! Like, I love watching Nico Hoerner play baseball, man. He's been so good.
Jailbreak just said not much not to like about Nico Hoerner.
Yeah,
it's true.
Batting title not out of the question.
Seriously, yeah. I mean,
Definitely
I love
not
the
out
on
of the
base.
question.
I love the on base, and he's getting on base in all facets. It seems like the walks have been up in over the
Dansby
last
keeps
week.
walking too. Those two at the top.
Yeah,
I got to tell you, I loved Dexter Fowler at the top and everything that followed after him in 2016. My childhood goes back to the Daily Double, Bob Dernier, Ryan Sandberg, first and second in the lineup. They may have found something here. We've been looking for the leadoff guy since Dex left.
yeah.
Nico Dansby 1-2 might be here for the season, right? Like I could see a lot of other spots juggling back and forth. Joe Girardi talked about how he made himself silly trying to figure it out. And then when he went back and did all the math and was like, this is a 1-run difference no matter how I do this. It just doesn't make sense. But it does make sense to have your two best hitters 1-2. And not necessarily that guy batting third anymore. You want to make sure that guy is up at least second. So 1-2 and 1-2 right now, man.
What's funny, you say they're the best hitters, and what's funny is combined only one home run.
That's right. And you can also point out what Girardi did during the broadcast too. At one point, the Cubs had 11 runs, and I think 10 of the 11 were from like 4 through 7. Yeah. So we've been waiting for the guys lower in the order to come through, and now all of a sudden you're getting Wisdom on fire, Bellinger on fire, Seiya's come back, and he's, now you're starting to push. You're starting to go from just the guys at the top, and now it's starting to continue to roll downhill. Snowball's rolling, and it's a little contagious for a Cubs offense that has been great. Nathan, 100% agree, Luke. We have our leadoff man. That's what I like to hear. I agree,
think we
Luke.
all agree on that. I agree as well. Man. And what's awesome is what Nick G says. Here for the season, how about 4 more years? We don't have, like, Dexter Fowler was here for 2 years, and the second year we all thought he was gone. So
that's right, Edward. Dernier Sandberg, 1-2, daily double,
Hoerner
84. Beer bat for Stuckmeyer. Marco, you are incorrect, sir.
Hey, we're at 144 likes now, so we've got a little boost.
Getting
Still
close,
time.
getting close. How about one for Joey? If you haven't given Joey a like yet.
Yeah, come on, huh? Chief C.
If you hate me, give us a like.
Chief C,
That might
actually,
be 4
he
or
likes
5
fake
right
Joey.
there. That's probably put us up to 200. Sick of the old guy. Give us a like. We're at 205.
Yes, Edward, you missed
Edward.
Cody's beer bat. He set a record today, 19.6 seconds.
It was very impressive. Cody, also, did you bring your Shady Rays over?
I did bring my Shady Rays over.
Let me tell you, the vibes this guy came in with today. Came strutting in here with the Shady Rays on, sunny Friday. Then he ends up the day with a beer chug on a beer bat.
I mean, the only thing that would have made today better was if I was experiencing this game in person at beautiful historic Wrigley Field. But, big of me to do this show for all of you and for Luke and everyone, big of me.
Did you drive or scooter here today?
I scootered here today. And I had my Shady Rays on. And let me tell you, riding my electric scooter 6.5 miles into the West Loop from the north side, there's 2 vibes. One vibe is when I wear the Shady Rays. The other vibe is not when I wear Shady Rays. And the better vibe is when I do wear the Shady Rays. All right? Take on the sun with gear built to last. Our friends at Shady Rays have you covered for the warm weather ahead with premium polarized shades at an affordable price. Shady Rays is an independent sunglasses company that offers a world-class product that's just as good as any expensive pair we've worn. Durable frames and extremely clear optics for outdoor adventures. That's not all. Shady Rays offers the most insane protection in all of eyewear. Every pair of sunglasses is backed by lost and broken replacements. If you lose or break your pair even on day 1, they told us they will send you a brand new pair. No questions asked. Wear your Shady Rays with confidence because they have your back long after your purchase. Together with their customer, Shady Rays is providing much-needed support to nonprofit partners across the U.S. through Shady Rays Impact, from building playsets for pediatric cancer patients to providing young adults with MS the outdoor adventure of a lifetime. Shady Rays is making an impact in your community and others like it now and for years to come. If you don't love your Shady Rays, exchange for a new pair or return them for free within 30 days. There's no risk when you shop. Their team always has your back exclusively. For our listeners, Shady Rays is giving out their best deal of the season. Go to shadyrays.com and use code CHGO for 50% off 2 pairs of polarized sunglasses. Try for yourself the shades rated 5 stars by over 250,000 people. And let me tell you, it just completely changes your vibe when you put these things on.
Farrington is here. Just got done with work. 5 o'clock somewhere. Cheers, boys.
Hell yeah, brother.
Welcome.
Like it.
Yeah, Shady Rays are a vibe. And, you get a couple nice warm weekends like we've had. Some sun comes out. Cubs start winning. The whole bleachers are going to be nothing but Shady Rays by the end of the season.
They should be, because I'm assuming
Hashtag
everyone in
fiberglass.
the bleachers is watching CHGO Cubs.
BOGO.
And we're giving you a great deal on them, man.
You use that CHGO code, you get your Shady Rays, you can hook up your friend next to you, Shady Rays.
Yeah.
That's the way you do it. And speaking of hook up, Foco hooked us up, let me tell you. Get fitted out with the best sports gear around. Hoodies, shoes, signs, bobbleheads, everything in between. Baseball season's here. They've got Aloha shirts, straw hats, polos, bags, everything you need for a game. Look at the cool set decorations they gave us. We just got this one for
The
them.
Wisneski one
On the mound tomorrow, Wisneski
was nasty.
goes for the series lead in this one. Man, I don't know how he's going to beat what Drew Smyly did, but if he can just get something close to that, keep the Cubs in it so this hot offense can keep rolling, that's a sweet bobblehead. You don't see that everywhere. You're not going to go to New York and pick up a Wisneski bobblehead, but you can get them at Foco. Check out Foco.com. Click the link in the description below for all non-presale items. Use the promo code CHGO for 10% off.
160
yes,
likes. 160 likes.
40 more to go. 40 more to go.
Hopefully Ryan Herrera joins us sometime in the last 5 minutes of this show. With 250 some people watching.
Joey might do a beer bat if we get another 40.
Ooh.
Sure, I'll do a beer bat.
All right.
See, Joey will do a beer bat.
Hit 40
do I have
likes.
to do it out of Cody's bat?
Well, there's soap over there. You probably wash it out.
You just have to run it over there, rinse it out real quick.
Or you want to
that's
just
fine.
chug a 3-1-2?
I don't care. I'll do whatever.
Joey is willing to chug a 3-1-2.
I got this
Shotgun one.
unidentified lip fungus. I don't know where it came from. It's
Get us to
sharing a
200
beer bat.
likes. I'll chug one. Come on.
That's nasty. Yeah, that's right. Great Cubs win. 13-0 over the Dodgers. And really, Drew Smyly was one story. 17 hits. The offense rolling the other story. Every single player that started the game had a base hit. We're waiting to see if Ryan Herrera is going to join us live. Fernando says, tell Ryan I got receipts for him. You might be able to tell him in person here if you want. Michael Collada, staying positive, says Ross had no chance to mess this game up. He did say he was going to leave in Smyly no matter how many. Oh, wow. Joey's saying that his beer chug out of the beer bat will be less than 8 seconds.
Out of the beer bat.
He
that's
went to
tough,
Texas.
But
I would hope so.
We'll see. We'll see. I'm confident.
Wow. Like. Get those likes. 171.
171, we're getting
19
there.
more to go for Joey to chug from the Cubby beer bat.
I don't know who thumbs downed us, but you must not be vibing, or you might be a Dodger.
Julio Urias.
Julio Urias. Yeah, he's the one who definitely did.
Edward wants you to shotgun that baby.
Yeah. While we're waiting for Ryan, do we want to preview tomorrow's game, Stuck?
Yeah, I mean, here's what it is for me. You can make the roster however you want to make the lineup out. Mm-hmm. For me, it's about Wisneski again. Like, you're beating the Dodgers with pitching.
Yeah.
You keep that offense quiet, and I know they have some guys out right now. Right now, they don't look like the same offense without Trey Turner.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, it's impacting them.
Gavin Lux, too, because he was going to be their replacement, and he's out for the year.
Mookie Betts played short last night.
Right. I'm with you to a point. Obviously,
here's why, though, Cody. I want the fourth starter rolling now. Now you got Smyly rolling. Steele, Stroman. Wisneski's got keep that snowball rolling. Downhill.
Coming off 7 strong against the Oakland A's. I know people were probably just happy that he got on the right track. Now he has to face a much better lineup tomorrow. I'm intrigued to see what happens. In his start against the A's, he kind of struggled to start the game, first inning. A lot of hard batted balls. But he settled in as the game went on. So all I'm asking is, to be able to settle in a little bit quicker, because this obviously this lineup is better than the A's at least. And coming off this game, I think the Dodgers are going to come out real motivated tomorrow to try and get that offense jump started early. So you need Wisneski to be solid early, but also just keep building off the start against the Athletics, like you said. Just keep it going. I will say this, because of Drew Smyly today, only having to use Estrada, that means Keegan Thompson might be able to pitch tomorrow. Maybe not 2 innings, but at least 1 inning. You got a whole day of rest from ALLCITY. We should expect to see ALLCITY tomorrow. The bullpen, saving the bullpen today was huge. Definitely we'll see lighter tomorrow. Against those lefties.
And Cody and I don't like to brag, but we will. We said Estrada would be coming up because we called it last night, even though we were mocked by other members of the CHGO team for suggesting that there would be a roster move.
The one who has a baseball writer's card.
We were mocked, and we were right. So I saw somebody in there saying, hey, I'm worried about Wisneski. I'm worried about Wisneski. I understand a little bit of concern, but one thing I remember from that last start against the A's, and yes, it was the A's, is that Rick Sutcliffe in the broadcast said once he got on that roll and he started cruising through that lineup, it didn't matter who the team was. He said, this could have been the Dodgers, this could have been the Padres, this could have been anybody. His stuff is so nasty, and he's got command of it now that it doesn't matter who the lineup is. And that's what Drew Smyly showed you today. When a pitcher's got it, even if it's a great lineup, sometimes it just doesn't matter. Pitchers have the upper hand. And when you have a pitcher on his game, they are tough to beat. So I want to see Wisneski go out and get it done tomorrow.
Like I said when he made the opening day roster, tempered expectations. 7 innings against the A's, really good.
He's still going to have this issue. I expect
Hopefully,
that.
I'm hoping, if he can just give us, whether it's a quality start or just 5 strong, give us quality innings. Don't give us 1 1/3 innings like he did against the Mariners in the 7-run comeback game. All right, they just need him to be effective, and I genuinely think if he's able to get quick outs early, then he's able to get into that mode where he's Wisneski. All right,
yeah.
If he can get some early outs, get that confidence going, because he's a rookie. Rookies, that whole thing it's based off confidence. If he's able to get some early outs, then I think we might get a quality start out of him. So I'm excited to watch it. Coming off this win, I'm excited to watch him. I'll be in left field tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Anybody that's been with the CHGO Cubs podcast for the last year plus knows that we're about vibes. We didn't have a lot of vibes last year. We tried to have vibes. We didn't have vibes. We're having more fun. And each game, there's more and more people joining us for the fun. Be part of the community. That's what we're looking for. And anybody that's been with us since the beginning knows that when things are going good, naked guys on the balcony outside right over here to my right. Guess what? Naked guy just went in. He just had a heater. It's warm enough. Naked guy was out there, and he must have been watching this game, and now he's gone in to join the chat. I don't know which one of you is naked guy, but one of you guys from the balcony out there.
We just assume it's him. Yep.
We just assume it's you.
Maybe it's P-Will
supporter. We just assume it's you. Ravi says he was electric. All right, let's do who you got. I don't know if Ryan's going to make it or not. He's got a lot of work to do. They had a big game out there.
I don't think Ryan's going to make it. He's
a lot of interviews.
He's waiting, he's waiting for Jan.
The pregame rankings. Ryan and I at 6-10, Corey at 4-12, and Cody at 3-14 because Cody lost 2 games yesterday by taking Adbert Alzolay, a double down risk that did not work out because he didn't pitch enough.
Yeah.
So today, Ryan had Wisdom, 2 for 5, 3-run homer, 3 strikeouts. I had Dansby Swanson. I'm not in this mix today. Corey had Nico Hoerner, 4 for 5, a 3-run homer, 4 RBI, and Cody had Mr. Bellinger, 2 for 3, an RBI, and a walk. 2 for 4.
I'll be fair.
2 for 4.
Yes.
I would say Corey wins based on this. Right?
I just continue.
Now, his home run came later. Joey's worried about the possibility that he might be doing a chug here pretty soon. It's getting a little scattered over there.
182.
We're at 182. We need 18 more likes from this chat.
Yeah.
18 more likes, and Joey will send us off with a beer bat chug that he claims could be less than 9 seconds. Corey says he wins. Wrap it up. Ravi thinks I won. Interesting.
Well, I will just say that Bellinger's homer mattered.
It was the most significant home run of the group.
Yeah.
Bellinger's, because the game was still in.
He walked
2 for 4 and a walk.
So he was on base 3 times.
Base 3 times.
And his other hit was a double.
I'm not saying it's
all
nothing.
Extra base hits, 2 runs scored, and he did it all against the lefty, and he is a left-handed hitter.
Manuel, by the way, just gave us $10 because one way or another, he wants this for Joey. He wants Joey for $10.
Love you, Manuel.
People love
Joey.
So
that's my argument.
P-Will supporter says he thinks Bellinger home run was the most important. It was early. So are you saying you would pick Bellinger? Now, we've had many conversations where we said a guy goes 5 for 5.
Yeah.
It's tough to pick against that. Now, we had one where Seiya was 2 hits, 3 walks, and I said, that's not the same thing as 5 for 5. That's 2 for 2 with 3 walks. It's still a great game. It is still a great game, but 3 hits are not the same thing as 3 walks. They're good, but they're not as good. So Wisdom 2 for 5, 3-run homer, now tied for the major league lead again, but Wisdom had 3 strikeouts. That's my knock on Wisdom. So I think it's down to Hoerner and Bellinger.
As a man of integrity, when you go 4 for 5 and you hit a 3-run jack, fine, whatever.
And 4 ribbies. It's a tough pill to swallow because I thought you had it when Bellinger hit the home run.
Like I said last night, this bit is dumb. That's it. Congratulations,
Cody's
Corey.
out on the bit.
I'm out on the bit.
You've got multiple votes in the chat. Huh. Multiple votes in the chat. Nobody took
I know
Madrigal.
Corey is like at his
Rick
house.
DeSalle says Nico.
Corey's at his apartment
Panicking.
right now,
He's in
just
a
like
sweat.
screaming.
He's in a sweat.
Screaming about this.
He still thinks it's 420.
He definitely is.
It's not 420. It's 421 today.
I will wave the white flag and just let him.
White flag.
Because I know that I will see him. I will see him this weekend at some point.
Corey says.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm updating.
I will see him this
standings.
weekend, and he will yell at me if I don't just give him this.
Ryan 6-11. Me 6-11. Corey 5-12. Cody 3-15. These are now the post-game standings, not to be forgotten.
You know, the only thing that can make this better, this feeling better, is if we get 13 more likes. So
13 more likes
has
for
to
a
do it.
beer chug.
We have
from
13 more.
And listen, I don't want to go too much longer because we've taken up a lot of time for everybody out there. And we know you have an exciting weekend to enjoy because vibes are high after a 13-0 Cubs win. Almost a perfect game. Almost a no-hitter. I'm curious from Corey, who was at the game, what the vibes were at the ballpark.
I am curious.
Are we starting to get 15 vibes? Is it too soon? Are we just, we're not even a month into the season. Is it too soon?
I don't think so. I don't think it's too soon. I said it at
Robbie
the
wants
of
to
the show.
re-sign Bellinger.
Everyone wants to re-sign
I got to tell you,
Bellinger.
if Cody Bellinger is an MVP type level player, why wouldn't you try to re-sign him? That's just because you have PCA.
Yeah.
You're stockpiling good
But you could
players.
Also, if you really wanted to,
Make him first baseman.
you could put him at first base and trade Mervis as part of a package for Otani. Boom. And throw in PCA
You could rotate outfielders. Somebody else can be DH.
Well, don't throw in PCA with that.
Somebody else can be DH. I wouldn't be DHing Bellinger too much because he's a Gold Glover. He's great.
Yeah.
Imagine the defense you could have if you had PCA, Ian Happ, and Bellinger out there.
Right.
And Seiya was your rotating in DH/4th outfielder.
I know. It's unreal. Unreal. We're at 192 likes.
Come on, we're so close.
I think
200 likes. Give it to us.
I think the reason that I get 15 vibes from this team is because I remember April of 2015 where I don't think the schedule was necessarily this hard because the schedule was a lot different back then compared to like this year's schedule because everyone's playing everyone now. But I think we all came into that season thinking, maybe 80 wins, 85 wins. They'll call up Bryant. Eventually, they'll call up Russell. Eventually, maybe Schwarber, and we'll see what happens. Maybe they can win 80 games, and you can really ride in 2016. But this team, they haven't even called up the kids yet.
197
haven't even
people.
called up the kids yet, so I'm getting the big vibes.
Seiya disrespect, not acceptable. Luke, who's disrespecting Seiya?
No
If Cody Bellinger were an MVP and you could have PCA in the outfield with Ian Happ, I'm not saying get rid of Seiya. I'm just saying that defensively would be your best outfield.
Absolutely. You could just put say at DH.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well, you could alternate who's doing it, but I wouldn't be taking Bellinger out of the outfield too many times.
We need 2 likes.
Beer bat or shotgun? That's the question. Beer bat or shotgun? Robbie wants a shotgun. We're at 197. 197.
Oh, we got a
200.
thumbs down.
200.
Thumbs down.
199. 199.
199. One more.
Show Joey. One more. He's going to get the beer. He's pretty much given up. Beer bat. Now we got to wash the beer bat.
Are you just going to chug it out of the can?
He's just going to can it.
All right.
And he's going to smash it into his forehead
man.
probably.
Hell yeah. 200.
Come on. One more. One more person.
There it is.
201.
201. Yes. Joey.
Well done. Here it
Joey.
comes. This is for all of Texas.
Yeah, this is for the University of Texas.
He's not even going to shotgun it. He's just going to chug it. He's going to shotgun it. Yeah, he's going to.
Yeah,
I think it's legal. I got the stopwatch right here.
Can I speak to the fans?
Yeah.
Say something to my people.
Excuse me. I'm not going to let Joey take it.
Cubs win. Go Cubs go. Love the chat. Love CHGO. This is for everybody out there. Verified. Canines. See the sharp teeth right there. See this?
Oh, wow. Look at this. What an animal. We can't see your head. Squat down. Go. We can't see your head. We can't see you. We still can't see you. Lower.
There he goes. There he goes.
9 seconds. Right on the head. 9? Well, you had to squat down. 9 seconds. Did anybody else have a timer on that?
Well done, Joey. You did way better than I could ever chug anything.
I mean,
19
I
seconds
looked
is good
down
for
and
me.
I thought it was 9. Rachel was chanting, Joey, Joey from across the pond. Joey is my hero, Matt Pack. Is that the first shotgun? Is that the first 3-1-2 shotgun in CHGO history?
Probably.
For all those people that called us Chuggo early on.
Yeah. We embraced it.
Joke's on you.
Take that, Greenberg.
Now he's got to wipe up. 8.7 according to Nick G.
Wow. Our
Super
friend
chat.
Ryan Herrera is finally calling in.
Thanks
No,
for
it
checking
says
out
he's
the C.
calling.
Oh, no, sorry.
Fernando,
Fernando, what'd you say? Joey, well done.
Great technique.
Great technique.
Well done.
The impressive part was that he wasn't in camera and he literally squatted down while he was chugging it down, shotgun style.
Well, there he is. Did you see Joey
law.
do that, Ryan?
No audio.
No
Joey's
audio.
a little buzzed.
Hold on.
Got me?
Yeah, there he is.
There we go. Are you talking about Joey chugging a beer?
Yeah.
Joey chugged the beer.
shotgun.
He shotgunned it by biting the can with his teeth.
Yeah.
I've never even
yeah.
heard of that.
Ugh.
No, I've done that.
Wow.
Ryan.
All right.
Wow.
I'm 30. I'm
All right,
going to be
Ryan.
32 next
Tell
month.
us,
I can't do
tell
that
us
anymore.
what Smyly, Gomes, and everybody had to say about that incredible pitching performance.
I think the one sentiment is they're all very disappointed to see it go down that way. Jan said he was sitting there wanting to dig a hole to hide after tackling. Yeah, he actually walked to the locker room with a Northwestern Cubs football helmet on because he knew we were going to talk to him about the tackle. It was like it's kind of funny because Drew Smyly said that he thought he had the worst pregame bullpen of his career, that he just didn't have it in that pregame bullpen. And he told Jan before the game, sometimes that's when your best games come. If you don't have it, you don't feel it in pregame. And, Jan is kind of like, whatever can get you going. Clearly he is like a magician or some kind of, Nostradamus because he kind of predicted it, right? Like that's as good of a game since Drew Smyly has, come to the Cubs, I haven't seen him pitch nearly that good. Great game, 10 strikeouts, 9 swinging when he came in with like a sub 20% whiff rate. That's what it was. Is he may not have felt like he had it going into the game, but once the game started, he absolutely did. Everyone saw it. Rossi saw it. Smyly saw it, Gomes saw it. It was just the game plan. He executed it exactly how they had planned it out. Was keeping the Dodgers hitters off balance with basically a 2-pitch mix. That knuckle curve was getting lefties. The sinker was getting out some righties. And yeah, it was just, obviously the game was electric from an offensive standpoint. A lot of home runs, a lot of 13-0 game. When your offense scores 13 runs, it's hard to get kind of overshadowed by anything. But that tells you how good Drew Smyly was today.
Smyly was spectacular. I don't blame either guy. I think JD nailed it when he said if you would roll the ball out there and tell each guy you get a shot at making the play by yourself, that he doesn't think either. Most likely it would have been very difficult for either to make the play at first. It's just unlucky. That's just baseball.
Yep.
That's just part of it, and that's why it makes throwing a perfect game so difficult. It's not easy. So hats off. It was a great game, especially we talked about how important it was because of all the guys they had to use last night, right? They had to use, it was basically a bullpen game. They brought up Estrada, as we said, and then he comes in later, and he does a nice job too. So it was a well-pitched game by the Cubs, and, the offense put up 13 runs.
That's what I'm trying to say. I didn't expect – it's insane.
How do you on paper this offense has a high ceiling because some guys could potentially do that, but I just didn't see this type of offense the first month of the season. Especially the first month of the season because of the weather. We've actually had the wind blowing out, but the offense has been like, if this was the Cubs offense in August, you'd say, okay, maybe, because you get some of those wind-blown games. I mean, they're piling up double-digit hit games left and right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really unbelievable in some aspects. That's the only way I can explain it. But, keep riding the hot hands, man. We talked a lot about Hoerner. We talked a lot about Bellinger. We've talked a lot about Seiya, Swanson, Ian Happ today. I mean, they've just all been incredible. And this kind of goes back to what I said last night after last night's loss. It's hard for me to blame Fulmer for that whenever your offense was unable to give you more than 2 runs.
Right.
And you had opportunities. The Cubs took advantage of every opportunity today. And not that Drew Smyly needs 13 runs or any pitcher needs 13 runs, but all I do know is that when your offense performs anything like that, it only makes it easier for your pitcher. So the more runs they scored, the easier it became for Drew Smyly to move along, especially once the Cubs, extended that lead to 3, 4, 5 runs. So
Ryan, any other quick nuggets?
Well, I was going to ask, did Cody come off the Trey Mancini ledge from last night, like the whole first base ledge? Like Trey Mancini had a good game finally. Is Cody coming down from that Matt Mervis thing yet?
The chat is still anti-Mancini.
I've never been anti-Mancini.
Cody is not, but
I've been anti-Hosmer. That's what I've been.
We've been more Hosmer.
We did talk,
but the chat still wants Mervis.
Mancini.
You did?
What did he say?
We did talk to Mancini afterwards. It's that was maybe his best game of the season. Was that 3 hits? Yeah, 3 hits, that home run. Maybe his best game, probably his best game of the season at the plate, considering he's had a slow start. And that's, we talked to Jed yesterday, and he said like the kind of run that Wisdom is on, like he thinks Mancini can do something like that because he has that kind of track record where he has the power numbers, the ability to just kind of go on those stretches where he's hitting home runs like nobody's business, right? And it hadn't happened at all, right? It did not happen for the first few months or first few weeks of the season. He had a great game today. Is this a launching pad? Remains to be seen. But, Mancini talked about feeling good, just seeing the ball well, wind's blowing out. It's a good day to be a hitter. It's never really a good day to be a hitter because it's so hard to hit in baseball. But when the wind's blowing out at Wrigley Field, that's some of the best conditions you can ask for as a hitter. So he just kind of talked about feeling good, like being positive and kind of hoping that this is like the start of finding some of that rhythm that he's had in the past.
The chat, by the way, as we sign off, would like to award Joey a win for Who You Got, a secondary win.
Thank you,
for
guys.
Chugging a beer in less than
It's actually one of my first Who You Got wins ever.
It's going to happen, but you guys talk about it, discuss amongst yourselves. The next live CHGO Cubs podcast will be Sunday with Corey and Brendan. Don't miss that. Hopefully, they'll be talking about the Cubs winning the last 3 games of this series. It was a fun Friday. Fun Friday. Ryan's going to have stuff at allchgo.com. Make sure you're diehard. Make sure you sign up. Go check that out. Read the articles. Check them out again this weekend. And again, thanks to everybody in the chat. It's been spectacular.
A little extended show today.
We did a long show, but we had like 200, 250, 300 people going the entire time live, and we're up to 220 likes, and we had multiple beer chugs and many more vibes than that. So thanks to everybody out there. Thanks for checking out the CHGO Cubs podcast presented by DraftKings, America's top-rated sportsbook. Download the app. Use the promo code CHGO when you sign up. And until next week, have a great weekend and fly the W.